here at Bridgewater, we all expect more, and it's our opportunity and obligation to achieve more. It's very interesting here at Bridgewater. We have been trying to extend our international reach, and we have had some study tours to China in the past. And in fact, there was a study tour that was there in China this summer. That prompted us to think about going and formalizing relationships with several universities, one in Hong Kong and one in Beijing. The Hong Kong institution was the Hong Kong Institution for Education, and in Beijing was Jiaotong University. We were able to then go sign the agreements, develop a protocol, and formalize the relationship. What we are working at with the two institutions in China is to really develop agreements that allow us to have the kind and level of exchange that we desire for our students and for our faculty, but also to begin to think beyond that and think about ways in which we could do projects jointly. For example, research projects, or the kinds of things that would help us to enhance cultural exchange. The two institutions that we were involved with were chosen, one because we had a contact at the Hong Kong Institute for Education, so that was a natural for us, and they very much mirror Bridgewater, so much so that it was a little eerie. They're actually seeking university status right now, so it was that much of a, and their president is involved politically in the government as an official, as I was the governor's advisor here in Massachusetts. So we had a lot of similarity. They have a long, deep history in teacher education, as we do, so it was a natural fit. At Jiaotong University, we had been approached by them. We have some of our faculty that have contacts with them. They visited us last year, talked about this relationship, talked about the development of an agreement, and so we formalized it. While I was in Beijing, I met with the 5 students who had spent the year here, and it was a great reunion to see them and to talk with them. So the exchange has already begun. I think what we're looking at now is working out possibilities for our students to spend a semester or a year at either one of those institutions. And we have had some students who have gone in the past. While I was in China, there was a study tour from Bridgewater that was a group of students and alum who were there, some 22, and I met with them while we were there and talked about to them, while we were in China, talked to them about their interest in coming back and spending a semester or a year there. So we're trying to encourage our students to engage and be part of that exchange. What I had visualized about Hong Kong was sort of right on the money. It was a hustling, bustling city, lots of skyscrapers, really one of the international centers for business around the world. And that's how I had visualized it. Beijing, on the other hand, I was not ready for. It is a large city, some 15 million people. And most of the time I was there, I felt like I was at Times Square, New Year's Eve. Just crowds and crowds and crowds of people everywhere you went. And it gave me a perspective on the size and magnitude of that nation. In Beijing and in Hong Kong, the food I thought was excellent. It really was. As has been my experience everywhere I've traveled around the world, the food, the Americanized version of Chinese food or Japanese food, whatever it might be, is very different than the native food. And so I really enjoyed the food in China and in Hong Kong. In Beijing, fortunately, beyond simply spending time working, and as you know, it was a very short trip, very short time frame. But I did have the opportunity to do several things that I very much enjoyed. One was climb the Great Wall of China with our students, and that was great. I really enjoyed doing that. Also went to the Forbidden City, toured that, and went to Tiananmen Square and spent some time there. So we had an opportunity to see a little bit of culture in China, but not much. And the benefit to our students for exchange in China, or any other country for that matter, are innumerable. The exchange of culture, the understanding of the differences with people, the fact that we are we are a global world in the sense that the social, political, and economic dynamics of the world are collapsing in on us in ways that I think this most recent financial crisis has helped us to understand. And so I think as we move into the future, our students and people of the world will survive and thrive if they understand, engage with, and appreciate other cultures. And I think to give our students that advantage, to really give them the opportunity to have that experience, will really enhance their ability to succeed and to be world citizens. Not simply citizens of their own local communities, but to be a world citizen, to understand their place in the world, to understand the perspective that we have and how that fits in the context of the broader world.